Are you ready? I think so. Okay, here we go. Let's see if this works. I'm gonna turn on the lights so I can't see you all. Okay. Did I do it? Yes. Hey everyone. Hi. Hello. Hi. All right, thank you for being here on the last recital of the year, on the last day of classes on a Friday night. I wanted so deeply to cancel this recital, but I didn't, and I learned all this music, and it's been fantastic. I was thinking the other day that when I was doing my doctorate I had to put on, this isn't gonna work, but I had to put on 4 recitals in the course of 3 years. And I did 5 recitals in 1 year. So I would like some honorary doctorates. You all would oblige. So we're gonna give this a try. I have a clicker. Very excited about it. Oh, it's not gonna work. One second. Here we go.
Good evening, Dr. Manasreh, and good evening, audience. I'm very excited to share with you tonight my piece for solo clarinet titled First Staying. This was the first piece I ever wrote for a solo wind instrument. Back in my undergraduate, I came up with the opening motive for this piece first. Then I decided that the clarinet would be best suited for its melody due to its versatility in tone and emotion, and especially its ability to convey a joyful, childlike innocence. As I wrote the melody that you will soon hear, I was reminded of a child who might go playing outside and find something potentially dangerous, perhaps a bee or a wasp. The child would then toy with this bee or wasp, only to suddenly get hurt. The middle section is a frantic run to the nearest adult who can help explain this new pain to the child, leading to a section of comfort, then a final section that conveys the child who is willing to try playing outside again, but unable to forget what happened to them. I'd like to give a big thanks to Dr. Sarah Manasreh for her interest in sharing this piece with you all, and I hope you all enjoy.
my imagination. All right. So the next piece is really appropriate for the change of season. It was cold, and now it's hot, and I know that because of my reeds. Also, I have a body, and I exist in this world, so. This is a really neat piece that outlines spring, summer, and autumn through a story of a leaf. So I'm going to let the composer see if I can get it to work.
Hi, I'm Dawn Whitney. I wrote The Leaves. It came about in such a fortuitous circumstance. I was writing for solo clarinet and I had all kinds of motifs and I wasn't sure what the goal was. But I was walking my dog during all of this and came upon a stone someone had put out on their front fence, which is something you do in California. And it had a poem or some kind of communication. And it was about leaves, and briefly just recounted how they spring out and are at the most beautiful in autumn. So I'm over 60, I like that idea, and came back and worked on what became 3 motifs, spring, summer, and autumn. And I stopped with autumn because that's the highlight right there. I don't need to go to winter. When I wrote this spring piece, I was thinking of kind of lumbering out of hibernation, but getting into short, briefs, skittering moments of awareness, a certain giddiness. Summer progressed to something that was more confident, relaxed, happy, and kept going to autumn, which is the beautiful, bold, loping motifs, a little stretched out, very confident and secure, ones that resolve more than they did in the other 2 movements. The 3 are really miniatures, they're short, and there's a lot of similarity because I'm talking about the same leaf throughout the whole process. But I finished, and lo and behold, how lucky I got. Dr. Manasreh put out a call for scores, and I was able to submit it, which brings me to this point here. She's a wonderful player, and I can't wait to hear it.
In the spirit of solo and ensemble, which many of you have either judged or done, right? Here in Wisconsin. Okay. As I was warming up today, I was thinking about what I like most about this piece. And in the first movement, there's a part where she has depicted a wind picking up a leaf, and it is really cool. So I hope you can find where that is. Somebody really wants to come in. Let's wait. Sorry.
She heard me, yes.
Jim.
Thank you.
Okay, here we go. So, the next piece is a piece that deals with some sensitive subject matter, including sexual topics, rape, and sexual assault. So if that makes you uncomfortable, I think the video is about 5 minutes, and then the piece is about 5 minutes. You're welcome to step out, and we can get you when it's time.
Hi everyone, my name is Rachel Bashecki. I'm the composer of Me Too. A little bit about myself before I get to the piece. I graduated from Bellarmine University in Louisville, Kentucky in 2021 with my Bachelor's in Music. I got an emphasis in music technology and music theory composition. That'll come into play a little bit when I talk about the piece. I then moved to Indianapolis, Indiana to pursue my master's in music composition at Butler University. I am still enrolled there where I study under Frank Felice, and I am the graduate assistant with the Composers Orchestra. The Composers Orchestra is an ensemble made mostly of Butler composers, where we get to premiere those composers and we play original pieces by other Butler graduate composers or other composers that have to do with kind of avant-garde music. So it really promotes that avant-garde style, and we get to share that community of Butler composers. Outside of my studies, I am a worker at at Rock Music School, where we teach music of all variety. I mainly teach the early childhood music, where I teach mostly piano to children ages around 3 or 4, all the way up to 7. And then in my private lessons, I teach mainly piano, recording arts, some saxophone students, I even have a ukulele student. Now, a little bit about the piece. Me Too is based off of the Me Too movement. I composed this piece with the Bellarmine University Music Tech Ensemble. The Music Tech Ensemble is based off of music tech students. Any student that was pursuing a bachelor's of music in music technology was required to take this course. I decided to take it every year that I was there, every semester I was there. I actually was kind of one of the founding members of this ensemble since I was there for so long. There were only 2 of us when we began. I think we ended with about 15 students. We had to break off into smaller groups to be in ensembles. This was my final semester there, and my smaller group decided we wanted to focus on political pieces. Due to all the unrest happening, it was the spring of 2021, with COVID happening and everything happening with Black Lives Matter and the Me Too movement, we decided to do political pieces. I focused on the Me Too movement. It's something near and dear to my heart, being female. And I began listening to several hours of testimonies and news reports of all of these women that have come forward during the Me Too movement. I then chose the different testimonies that I felt fit best, that held the most, I guess, like oomph, that would fit with my piece. Nothing too graphic, as I didn't want to trigger anyone too much. Though I will say this is a trigger warning for anyone that might be sensitive to this subject. Feel free to not listen to this piece if you fear this might be a trigger for you. However, I did want to choose the testimonies that I felt would have the greatest impact for this piece. I then picked the different synthesizers that I felt would emphasize the inflection of these testimonies and would complement them greatly. I messed with the balance to really bring out all of the different testimonies. I messed with some reverb and delay to really bring out the women speaking as much as I could, and with the news reports happening. I then later kind of finished the piece, but then added clarinet later on, I think in the summer of 2021. That was kind of eye-opening to add in an acoustic instrument with the electronics, and the clarinet was perfect for this because clarinets have such an extreme register, all the clarinets in the family, because of their extreme register. It appeals to this piece because it is such an extreme movement, and it complements it greatly. So this piece was kind of the stepping stone to me doing a lot more political pieces. I'm going to continue this endeavor. I'm planning to do more political pieces, especially with everything happening today, with Roe v. Wade and all that unrest. So I will be continuing more political pieces, but for now, I really hope you enjoy my piece, Me Too.
I haven't quite figured out how to start this piece yet. So, join me.
Women all over the world know not to walk alone at night. We are taught from a young age that we need to dress appropriately to protect ourselves. We all know the key and the knuckles trick. As a Girl Scout, we spent 2 weeks learning about self-defense and how to avoid human trafficking. We were maybe 10 years old. We should have been running around and playing, but we were learning where to kick and scratch to save our lives. Male-dominated fields are the worst, but it's not just men assaulting women assault women, women assault men, men assault men. Things need to change. Listen to the system.
all of the fight, and then you can only fight for so much.
What we represent by gathering and marching in the streets is a living, breathing reminder that we are human beings, not hashtags.
In retrospect,
I told him, I was like, I really don't know if I feel that great about what you said a few minutes ago. It kind of felt really weird. I don't like being talked about like that.
The increasing number of allegations against Hollywood power players is drawing the attention of law enforcement.
no one would ever talk to me like, we didn't run into this. I was shocked. It's just a shock. Retrospect, I'm really pissed.
And I'm like, yeah, everybody was doing this stuff. Like, why wasn't that flattering to you?
You need to play the game. Just pray to God that his game is nicer than some of yours.
Women have to support each other in that as well. And we have to support men and have hope that they can change.
They don't know how to change.
We do not do a good enough job of teaching each other how to respect each other.
I belong to a chat of women. We just talk about all of the horrible things. There's so many men in this industry that still haven't been named.
Allegations Kevin Spacey sexually assaulted an 18-year-old man in July of last year.
It's really gotta happen now.
I know that I can offer my voice, I can offer my story.
Luckily, he was extremely receptive and respectful throughout the ensuing conversation. Have hope, 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 hope. 2 more, right? That's it, and then the summer break. No, wait, PA. Right. This piece, I want to say something about it. It's a piece about loss. And, while not the same kind of loss as what the composer went through, I lost a long-time pet this semester. And this piece, often I would wake up and go to school and play this piece to get me through the day. I think it's a really great depiction of longing and loss. And I really hope you enjoy it. I think that this project was born out of grief. For those of you that have not been to any of these, this whole project was kind of hatched in my bedroom in December of 2020. I had not been in close proximity to another human person for almost a year. And so I wanted to connect, and I wanted something to work for. And so that's where this project kind of came from. And so I'm really glad that this piece is on the last concert of the year. So I'll let you hear from the composer.
Hi, and thank you for being here tonight. My name is Frederick Glesser, and I composed the next piece that you'll hear called Wait for Me. Like some of the other scores you'll hear on this program, this one also had a story behind the music. Unfortunately, though, it's not a good story, at least not in the sense of being positive. In September of 2007, my wife, Elizabeth, very suddenly and unexpectedly passed away. It quickly became, of course, a very difficult time in my life. And among other scores I composed at that time, between 2007 and about 2017, to honor her memory, Wait for Me was composed. I wrote this piece in 2012. The piece is somber, of course, and reflective, with a kind of a nervous energy about it. It helped me a lot to compose this score, though. It was very therapeutic for me. So I hope that you can appreciate the work and even enjoy it, too. Thanks, and enjoy the concert.
Forgot to put a black screen on. Or save the file that I just edited. Thank you. in my fight with the projector, I was trying to move it a little closer to the door, and I unplugged it, the whole system. And I had some edits, because I just heard back from a composer, and I was editing this with his picture, because he didn't make a video, which I give them the option. This is a super cool piece, and a lot of composers just want their music to speak for itself. But I did have a headshot and some other stuff, and I think it didn't save. So just imagine there's a headshot up there, and we'll be okay. So I have something to read about our next composer. I played this for the clarinet studio last Monday. I hope it's zombies. And this, they said, out of all the pieces, this is one of the coolest they've heard, which is really exciting. About Tyler, he says, I'm an African-American composer from the south side of Chicago, whose music takes inspiration from daily life and art. And that The Dark Paradise is a piece inspired from an amateur drawing that depicts an apocalyptic scene. I love an apocalypse. I wanted to read a little bit about what here's the picture. That did save. Okay, I don't know where I am. I don't know if you can see it very well, but this is the picture that, and he says, this piece was constructed based on the drawing above, created by my classmate, Danny Provis. In the foreground, there's a river surrounded by grass and trees with birds singing on top. The background is much more ambiguous. The yellow circle is taken as a moon, while the dark sky encompasses it. The scene clearly takes place at night. Although this analysis is simple, there is more to be taken from the picture. The color of the night sky changes this picture entirely. Nighttime can be easily depicted using a dark blue, but this sky is a very dark purple, close to pitch black. The word I chose to describe the sky is apocalyptic. With this new idea of an apocalypse, my attention turns to the birds. Their large beaks reminds me of ravens, which would be very fitting for this setting. Ravens often symbolize disaster. The raven's wide beaks make it look like they are singing. In the third movement, the shrieks of the people become much more frightened as they fear the end is coming. Everyone waits in anticipation to see what will become of them. In the end, disaster finally strikes. So there's no happy ending in this, and I love it. All right. Here we go. This piece has some really loud, high things, and I have to have a special reed to do it. Give me one moment. Thank you so much for spending your last day of classes with me. I'll see you all in September, I guess. Bye. Thanks for coming.
Good job. Yeah, go home. You're done.
No.
Yeah.
Well, I'm done today.
Yeah, you're done.
I'm done today.
You're done.
I'm done. Have a good rest of your night.
I'll call you when you're done.
Okay.